What's going on, Ilham? How are you? Can you hear me okay? Now I got my mic on. Can you hear me through this mic? I don't know. This fan is hot. I was just sitting up here to talk, see if y'all had anything y'all wanted to bring up. A little bit on the board side. I can pull cards if you want. But, you know, these readings I've been doing here is about the last week has been guiding the collective to stay calm and at peace. All right. I don't know if y'all have been picking up on the energy. I'm sure you have. If you're paying attention, it just feels like something big is happening. I know there's a lot of things happening in the world, but I'm talking about energetically, spiritually. Because, you get it first in the spirit, and then it manifests on earth. But, like something has to give, don't you think? Something has to give. It's a good time to practice being disciplined, because a lot of times when you're off to yourself, we kind of give in to food and indulging in things that may be not so good for us. You're excited, change as well. Yeah, yeah, because I know I've been doing the work to change things in my personal life, but the environment has adjusted a little bit, but there's still, you know, a big elephant in the room, let's just say. Just it's time for something to happen here, especially with money, finances, you know? I think it's time to enjoy some things instead of worrying about finances all the time. I usually don't worry about it. I don't value money like that. I know we need it, it's helpful and all that, but it's not my main focus, but we still have to have it. But it's not something that's going to make me feel stressed out or negative about life, because there's so much that we can enjoy that doesn't cost us anything, okay? That can bring us up out of that funk and just keep us distracted about the finances, okay? Hopefully everybody's immediate needs are met as far as food and shelter, okay? Water. As long as I got that, I know I'm going to make it. There could be like I said, look, we got money manager. It could just be we're manifesting this, but we're going to bring it together. We got to keep focusing on this in a positive way for it to be a help, for it to be something to gain, something to expect. Expect a happy outcome when it comes to your finances. What is the indulgence about? I think somebody might be too focused on finances. That could be the case too. It can be very distracting, especially if you got other people around you who may not be so financially disciplined. Okay, it's something that needs to fix. Maybe somebody's too tight with their money. My daughter and I were talking about this earlier, and she said when you hold on to something, then you tend to not get any more. When you don't share and you're tight fisted. Shut it. And your shadow work, yeah, you should. It's not easy. It involves so many things too. As long as it's not too loud. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. Those of us who are awake or aware of our shadow work. It's always work to be done. Um, my desire is to destined to release. Like, I need to go from where I am. Ooh, child, either me or somebody else, girl. I don't like to get too complainy or too far ahead of myself, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because I know when I've thought about being in a different place before without any restraints, and I made up my mind that I was ready to go. Maybe that's what it is, and I got to make up my mind that I'm ready to go. Transform your environment. You're destined to be released from your South Node karma energy. Okay, so if there is some karma left or there's some things that need to be worked out of your South Node, it's usually things that you've been attached to for a long time. Yeah. So maybe it's time to do a burn ceremony or some sort of cord cutting, cord cutting energy to hurt and heal. Hmm. That's Chiron. Do you know your Chiron placement? Let's see. Ooh, I opened up right to it. See, this holds our deepest spiritual question. No, our deepest spiritual injury. It illuminates where you feel innately challenged, spiritually injured, and hopeless. Okay, I know what that is. Yeah, the hardest to let go of because it's been the longest. This is our energetic Achilles heel. And when it's triggered, your survival instinct tells you to run. However, your wounding isn't a haphazard accident caused by an external happening. It's of you, braided into your bones. To deny it is to deny yourself. An abandoned Chiron creates a cycle of repetition around your area of wounding. You break the cycle not through resistance, but through acceptance. And through this journey to wholeness, you gain your deepest wisdom. While this wound never leaves you, you gain freedom from its grip through self compassion and empathy for others. In Chiron's realm, you become a teacher of wisdom. You become the wounded healer. You don't. You still trying to figure out your sun and moon. That's fine. I didn't even know anything about the natal chart. I didn't even really think too much about my sun sign until I started healing. I was healing before I understood my birth chart. But I know that now. So even if you are like me or you heal first and then you learn. You do it and then you learn. I don't know. Um, that's a particular sort of learner. You learn by doing. Some people are like that. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I healed. I had started healing, or everything was broken open before I understood my birth chart. I didn't understand the natal chart and all that stuff. And I still, it's still surface for me. I'm not that deep into the degrees and all that stuff, but I didn't understand it or had no way of knowing that if you did have some issues that you could tap into that or look at that chart and get some sort of understanding of what you're going through. I don't know if it would have helped me before I was if before I hit that psychic break, because it was just a lot. It was just a lot of pressure, and I'm still trying to. I'm one that tries to figure things out, very analytical, trying to figure out why somebody's doing something or why something happened, and it became too much, and that's when I had that break. Awareness happened. I did a spell and under the under the moon, and man, where can you find it in your chart? I don't know. Let me see. I found it. Um, if you go to, you can use cafe. Well, cafe astrology to me is the simplest. If you don't, if you're not, if you're somebody like me that's just like a novice at it, because it puts everything in English for you, and you just fill in. You can pick out the chart you want. Um, just do your birth natal chart at cafeastrology.com and just plug in the information, and it should list the Chiron placement. I think it goes through and lists them all, like, and they put it in a little box or something. Um, because I'm not an astrologist, so I don't understand it on those big levels like that. I just know the basics, okay, and I understand the energy when I see it in the cards, and even when I think about it, because once like I said, once I woke up and started healing, and started getting into tarot, I realized that I was working out my birth chart naturally, okay, so. All that primordial DNA coding is already there in your birth chart. It's in everybody's birth chart. And, that's just how we sink in with the universe, and it just continues to work that way in that spiral until every little piece of you, when you start going through every little piece of you and take an inventory of who you are and all the lives you've lived and all the experiences, one at a time, not all at once, then you start seeing how they match up with the universe. Even the way our bodies are built and the way that stars and planets, and if they're real, okay, it's just energy. Okay, I feel like a lot of us have manifested it in the physical. That's why we see things the way they are. But as things are changing, the landscape is going to change. Ooh, I think I'm speaking to myself. I think I'm getting my answer here. As we start to change our mindset, our environment and our landscape starts to change. I've done this before. Why do we get to some, like you said, why do we get to some part where we just get stuck? Like it don't want to come out. This is Chiron healing. What is your great spiritual injury? Can you identify a common thread between the situations that have caused you the most anguish? Do you have an unnameable dooming trait within that you consider your fatal flaw, your Achilles heel? With self compassion, explore your shame, and once you do, practice owning it and even loving it. When shame releases its hold, and that's getting rid of that soft note energy, you're left gloriously whole, perfectly imperfect, radiant, and wise. You soar above your pain and develop self acceptance and empathy for others. What's more, wearing your bumps and bruises with pride invites others to do the same. When you're at peace with yourself, Your gaze softens. How healing it is for another to be seen in their entirety. You become a healing force, and your wound is your superpower. Oh, wow. Yeah, a spiritual injury and a healing journey. What is it? I feel like it's some sort of attachment for me, but I don't feel like I'm making the attachment. I feel like it's some other attachment outside of me. What's this Chiron healing for the collective, including myself, please? What are we gonna do about this Chiron healing? How do we find what it is? How do we find our Achilles heel? Was this meditation? South Node? Now, I've looked at two different types of chart. I've looked at, I think, the tropical, and there's different charts too. Tropical, and because we're multidimensional, so I understand that. Tropical, and what was the other one? Side rail or something like that. Um, and my South Node is two different energies, depending on what chart I look at. So let's deal with South Node in Leo, as above, so below. What about South Node in Leo? The big picture. And look, it's 33. South Node in Virgo. Fresh start. That ain't even in the book. Do you know your South Node? Do you know that off the bat, or you just know your sun and moon sign? South Node, I think they say is what your sun sign was in your past life. So in Leo, I guess you could have a Earth or water North Node. See your ideal future, plan ahead, think big. The white picket fence. Oh, was once the ideal for most. Today, you might redefine a new version of a picturesque life based on your personal values and aspirations. So, this is like a journaling exercise. Keep this ideal in mind when choosing where to invest energy. Okay. This card shows up when your focus is on what's right in front of you and the minutiae of life. When in reality, there are much bigger fish to fry. So when you remember this situation a few years from now, probably, does it have an impact on the grand future you see for yourself? Yes. And what are you building? What you are building is meant to last. Absolutely. That's Ten of Pentacles energy. Not at all. I don't know. What did I say? About knowing what your moon sign is or your south node. Yeah, I had no clue. I was shocked. But once I read it and then started thinking about what I was thinking about or things I was going through and learning, it made sense. Um, so newness and renewal, the beginning of something new and unfamiliar. So if you have a south node in Leo or a fire sign, you could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Um, what was it? I think waters, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your north node. And then with Virgo, well, I don't know, or air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in north node. The beginning of something new and unfamiliar. Take that leap of faith and initiate a big change. Step out of your comfort zone. This card means that the universe has your back and will reward your courage. What happens next, good, bad, and neutral, is essential to your journey, and you are protected. And I've been picking up the energy of a lot of chaos happening, um, around us. So we just got to make a clear decision not to engage in it and to really focus on ourselves. So it's journaling time, right? Yeah. You know, yeah, and I would do that every few months. I will write down my placements or something sticking out to me at that particular time, or just doing my own little oracle readings can help me focus on what I need to work on. We all need to work on something, so just pick something. Yeah, yeah, being ready for it is the best way to stick to it. Just have that, make that choice. Once you make that choice to heal, that's what happens. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know. Someone could be a perfectionist, a feminine energy, Queen of Swords in reverse. Could be South Node. Yeah, just a couple here. King and Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what's the big picture here? What's the big picture for the collective? Just seeing things new, a new. I see a new vision here. Just something new. Like you're speaking about the new Earth. Okay, you're absolutely right. Everything down. Yeah, I guess so with that Libra energy. I do. I write a lot, but the thing is, it takes me a while to go back and look at stuff. Yeah, I get preoccupied really quick. Sometimes I think too fast to write things down, or even speak correctly. Y'all see how I stumble over my words? If y'all could see my brain, you'd understand. Okay, okay. So there could be some legal issues going on with this big picture stuff, and it's going to be in a favorable position or a favorable decision if it is legal, or even this choice that we all are in a position of making here soon. Okay. Um, King of Cups is in the upright. That's good heart energy. Could be a Pisces. King of Cups. All right. It's karmic energy. So it could be emotions or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy. These are people here. So there's three people at least. Something's going on with three people, a group of people. I definitely understand. Come take a look. Listen, you're air sign. When I was before something clicked, air signs confused me out the wazoo. Every time I would do a reading for air signs, I would move real slow. It sounded like everything just slowed down. Cause y'all be going through it. I know y'all be having all kind of thoughts in y'all mind. And then I started checking the placements of the air in my chart, and I said, "Oh, things started making sense." And then it started making sense. It started coming together, and my thoughts started straightening out and slowing down. Once I saw another aspect of myself or discovered a new part of my chart that I could connect to and had an understanding of because I was going through it, right? It's not like you're getting information that belongs to someone else once you're awakened. You know what fits for you. There's all kinds of stuff out here, and everybody's different, but we all have things that are similar also. But it's all in different amounts, different sequences, different times. We're all different ages, different races. We live in different parts of the country, different parts of the world. But we're all going through the same things here, right? Transferring, transcending to the new earth. And we're just trying to get the numbers up or just get the intention going and keeping it constant to actually manifest these physical changes up on this earth. And we have to do that within our own selves in our private little universe. And then it reflects and, makes everything work like a cog or a clockwork. It makes everything else turn, the world turn and change just as we are. Does that make sense? I'm trying to open up. I'm trying to open up. People tend to be scared of me. I've heard that I'm a little. Let's see. I used to hear. Let's see. When I used to hang around people, they would tell me, what did they say? I was really direct, really. I don't know. They didn't like the way I was just too blunt. Yeah, that's the word, blunt. I knew it had something to do with what I used to smoke or what I smoked. Uh, but I don't know. I feel like I feel like most people are blunt, to tell you the truth, unless they're just lying. But now I've discovered that people do lie a lot. But questioning your own actions or judgments. I guess that's a good way to come out of some karmic energy. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get my big journal out. I got it out this morning. I hadn't written in a couple of days, but I had gotten it out this morning. I'm gonna get it back out before I go to bed tonight because I got to come up with a solution here. Yeah, I think that's the kind of people that I attract to. Other people who just speak the truth because it don't bother me. I don't care about people just. I really for you just say the truth, even if you think it might hurt my feelings. Then for you to lie to me and smile in my face, like what kind of shit is that? To me, that's rude. Okay, that's rude. I mean, just be yourself. Yeah, to keep that. Sometimes it's good to keep it. Yeah, you do have to be wise, and when you say things, and um, you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. That's what my daughter said on the live the other day. I know, like they don't appreciate it at the time. I feel like they do appreciate it, just not they don't want to say it because it's you, okay? Or our people are kind of stiff necked, so they're not gonna take it anyway, or they're gonna wait until they get the hell away from you. Then it might sink in, and they might do what you say. They gonna let you know it. You know it's true. You know it's true. That's why I have appreciation for other races also because they're more honest, even though they can't really say a lot. And I feel like a lot of times they hold back from telling the truth to us or saying particular things because they're scared of our crazy reaction, right? But I feel like they would be more honest if we weren't so damn sensitive. I mean, black people can't tell black people nothing, white folks, so don't worry about it. We can't do it either. You terrified of how we're going to react. I understand. I understand that. Mm-mm. You talking about dealing with your hard-headed children? How about a whole culture of people who that's the baseline. Okay, we're quick to speak our minds sometimes. Sometimes we just give that look. But we don't really have to say things a lot to understand what each other are saying. Maybe we do just have this innate gift of telepathy. I feel like it's been like, overtaken by illusions and then religion, of course, especially Christianity, because they tell you not to rely on your imagination. But now you know why they tell you that, because if you start imagining what you would do to those who have come in against you and taken over your land, then you're gonna, that's why we've been put to sleep. Knock the fuck out. You've been knocked the fuck out. So you can't figure out how to get the hell away from these folks or to get these people off your land. Yeah? I'm not just talking about America, okay? A lot of people think I'm Hispanic and don't believe I'm Morocco in North America. They think I'm making it. Why? Listen, black folks come in all shades. I don't care what shade a mother is. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, had 5 children by the same man, her and the same man. My grandmother was brown skinned. My grandfather was on the lighter side, right? And all 5 of those children range. Nobody's the same color. Nobody's the same shade. From light bright to dark, dark chocolate, even darker than my grandmother. Okay, so that's another way, that's another telltale sign of who the original people are. Okay, because everything can come from black, from light to jet black, the sky bright. Um, I don't know. I think we're just all in an illusion about race and who's who, and all the people have been exchanged, migrations. Um, they changed the names of the lands and things like that. And truthfully, when I was an Uber driver and meeting different people from different cultures, different countries, different parts of the world, different parts of my country, everybody was basically the same as far as their, family, just taking care of yourself and your family and just wanting to live a peaceful life and leave everybody alone, right? That's the general consensus of what I got. That's the way people spoke, and that was the energy I got from them. So a lot of things don't matter that we are taught or were taught should matter, what you should look at first when it's really all about that soul. And I also feel like people, because I can get in touch with someone's soul, and it doesn't feel like I'm invading or anything. It just seems to come really naturally. Like I can feel someone's heart. I can feel just being empathetic. It can feel if they're in some sort of pain. Sometimes you got to leave people alone because it is toxic energy, or they could just be trying to draw you in with their emotions. But I don't know. I guess it scares people or whatever, but I'm the last person on the face of this earth that will ever do anybody any harm unless you come for me, okay? And I can get down with you. That's why I don't wear no nails or anything. I'm always ready, right? I'm just kidding, but it's true. I'm just kidding, but it's true. I don't expect anybody to do anything, but I do have ancestors that watch out for me because I can be a little distracted, especially when I'm, really focused on something. Um, but I'm just grateful for it all, even though, things don't always work out the way I got back good. I got yours too. And that's another thing too, when people come together in harmony and in the same resonance, their ancestors come together. So it just doubles up and quadruples your protection. Okay, whether you're around anyone or not, it's just more of the universe, more power in the universe, more lineage that you have protecting you from all this chaos that's going on in this. Man, all these crazy stories. And you can only pick certain things to even think about or focus on, but there's a lot of karma coming, okay? A lot of karma happening. So when you think about all these crazy stories and people being unalived in weird ways, for some reason, y'all, and it's hard to say that, but a lot of it's supposed to happen, especially at this time. Um, we've lost a family member early this year through some, bang bang violence. I don't know. It's hard when you know and you can see and you know without a shadow of a doubt what's happening and what's to come. And you also know that everybody's not going to be with you. But you know that's also their choice. I don't know. You gotta get used to all these changes. I'm, for one, am ready. Okay, been waiting a long, long time, and I know it's happening. You can feel it in the air. All right, let me go ahead and wrap this up. We have the Seven of Swords once again. So returns items and punishes thieves. We're just talking about karma here. Oh, I ran across I don't think I watched the video, but I just saw a title. It said watch about praying for your enemies. Okay, don't be praying for your enemies, y'all. I know this is something that Christians like to tout, um, but don't do that. Don't pray for your enemies. You're giving them grace by being quiet and letting your ancestors handle things, but do not pray for them. If they're not your soul tribe, if they're not resonating with you, or if they're not helping themselves and they're trying to bring you down or attach themselves to your energy or to change your energy or to block your blessings or to try to block finances and things like that, please do not be praying for everybody. Your prayers are very valuable, very sacred. And then you realizing that how much power your powers have, you have to understand what happens when you pray for your enemies. If you pray for their protection, if you pray for them to be saved, don't do that, because they got the same choices that everybody else have. Okay, if they haven't done the work and you've been watching them, they haven't done the work, haven't done anything to help themselves or anything, they don't deserve anything from you. Let somebody else pray for them. Let them pray for themselves. It's what you're supposed to do anyway. And once people start seeing that you're doing the work yourself and doing your work and you need help, they're going to go get in there and help you. And you're going to get the righteous prayers of the chosen ones, right? So be careful with that. And that can easily, especially if you have a lot of compassion, that can easily be something that could get you caught up once again in somebody else's karma. Your prayers attaching to their weird behavior or their unrighteous behavior, we don't want that. We got to think about that. It's a good way to fool somebody. All right. So we do have connection with this Empress energy, okay? The Seven of Swords. I don't know if this is letting go or letting go of responsibilities. What was the Seven of Swords in reverse? A lot of decisions or getting caught. Or you could have had some hidden connections to fixing things. You're someone who can, hear the prayers of those around you and see them suffering, but you got to use your judgment. You got to use clear judgment, a spirit of discernment to know who to pray for and who not to. Yes, be led by your heart at all times and don't lie. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know what lie is. What's a lie? What's a lie? It ain't the truth. As long as you live in your truth. Because the truth to somebody, to one person, could be a lie, a complete lie to somebody else. But yeah, you just live in your truth. And just be honest with your intentions. All right, I thank y'all for joining me. Anything else? Just had to get that energy out. Nobody else to talk to here. But I'm going to go get my journal out and figure out my Chiron. What is specifically, I think I know what I need to do though. I've done it before. Yep. Just be patient. Listen, in a few days. All right. So I'm going down. A few days, things could change drastically. 2 and 2, a few days. So thank y'all for liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you, Ilham. I appreciate all your support, your good energy, your comments, your engagements. It's really, really a blessing. And everyone else who also engages. All right. Y'all keep it coming. Y'all stay blessed and grounded. And I'm going to see you later. Bye bye.